Indian Ocean Corner webinar. The focus for the next 3 weeks is on Sri Lanka. So what we're going to find is we're going to be having, you're going to be very, very full of information. It's going to be so easy for you to be able to sell the destinations and also the hotels. So I would just like to introduce everybody that we have got on the call today. So in the top left-hand corner, we have got Jean-Marc, who is from the W15 Hotels. Give us a wave, Jean-Marc. And then we have got Natasha at the side next to me. I think we're just waiting for the sound. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Very well, thank you.
Excellent.
Sorry,
thank you.
A little bit late.
Don't worry, you sort yourself. I will just finish introducing everybody else, and then I'll do your introduction. Okay, and then we have Natasha from the Haritha collection. Give us a wave, Natasha.
Hi.
Just underneath, we have Nick Clark from Experience Travel. And then we've got the lady we've all been waiting for, the High Commissioner. So welcome, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you here. So, just to start, is your screen working? Are you all good? Okay, I'm going to hand over to Her Excellency Saroja Sirisena.
Thank you. I'm just going to get back to the screen where I'm sorry, I've just lost everyone. Hang on.
Don't worry, we can all see you. So all you need to do is address the agents.
Yes, but I was just trying to see you as well, but I can't do that now anymore. Anyway, it's a bit strange
if you
for
go
me because I can't see all of you. No, I was before, but now all I say is my name. It doesn't matter. And myself now. Anyway, okay, got it. All right, there you are. Good morning, everybody, and thank you, Jean-Marc, for organising this, getting everyone together. I think it's important in these times, in these challenging times, especially for the travel and tourism industry, that we still keep talking to each other, we keep sharing ideas, we see where we are at, and give each other all the encouragement we need in order to stay focused on what we do when we finally open up, when the travel trade gets back on its feet. So am I audible? Is the connection good? I hope I'm not speaking too fast, because sometimes I notice that in Zoom we the sound doesn't carry as fast as, okay, it's fine. All right. So I just thought I'll give you a little update on where Sri Lanka is right now. Sri Lanka is obviously, as you all know, the tourism industry is a very important part of our economy, our lifestyle, livelihoods for thousands of people, close to 1 million people in indirect employment. So this is very much a part of our life. It's been so for about half a century. And that's as long as Sri Lanka tourism has been established. So as a country, we take this industry very seriously, and the government particularly has installed all the necessary measures in order to make this industry sustainable. And to match that, our private sector, the travel trade, the hoteliers, they've all matched the government's enthusiasm, and the infrastructure, the hotel infrastructure, and the training of people, the human resources, I mean, everyone is geared towards giving a professional and courteous, good service to the traveler. And this has been apart from our culture.
Have we lost the High Commissioner?
I think so. I think the connection has gone. Yeah, no, the connection's frozen. Should we just give it another minute or?
Let's wait a few seconds just to see.
Yeah, we seem to have, yeah, I think she's lost the connection.
Right, she's out.
Connection. Should we commence with the next part and wait for her to come back in, or
Yes,
shall we?
I think let's just wait a sec, and then let me just send her a quick message.
The joys of technology, hey?
Hi. Yes, we just saw we lost you. Should we, what we'll do is I'll continue the Sri Lanka presentation, and shall we continue again in maybe 10 minutes, just to allow it to restart? Okay, great. And perfect. Okay. Shall I continue and finish it? We'll stop. As soon as you're ready, we'll stop again. I can just stop. Sarah will stop and then I can continue. That's not a problem. No problem. It happens all the time. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So we're just going to wait. We're going to, Jean-Marc is going to tell us all about the W15.
No, about Sri Lanka.
Sorry?
About Sri Lanka.
Ah, we're doing Sri Lanka first. Okay.
Yes. So Ayubowan and Vanakkam, welcome to this presentation on Sri Lanka. These are traditional greetings in both Sinhalese and Tamil. My name is Jean-Marc Flambert, and I'm the former director of the Sri Lanka Tourist Board. So I speak to you now about what we're doing for the next 3 weeks. Today and the next 2 Wednesdays, we're presenting Sri Lanka through the eyes of 32 properties, 7 brands. So over the next 3 weeks, you're going to learn about these various properties and how amazing they are. Before we start, today though, I want to talk to you about Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is roughly 21 million people. That's roughly 1/3 the size of the UK. We are mixed and we believe in many different religions. We've been influenced by the Portuguese, the Dutch, and the British, and our independence is on the 4th of February. Traditionally, Sri Lanka is 8 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and most of them, that's 6 of them, are related to archaeological and historic places, and 2 are connected to nature. If I go fast on this presentation, this entire presentation is available on the website secretsofceylon.co.uk, and it's a slightly longer version because for those who have a little bit more time to look at that. So you can always watch that video and pause to look at some of these things that I rush through. One of the things that I find about Sri Lanka that we always miss out on is the nature. Some amazing natural assets. We're roughly the size of Ireland. Our tallest mountain is double the height of Ben Nevis. We have 30% of our country, which is protected area or natural reserve. Our tallest waterfall is 5 times the height of Niagara Falls. And we have 5 times more rivers than in the UK. Isn't that amazing? Traditionally, people come to Sri Lanka for a round trip. So they start off on the dot on the west coast, which is either Colombo or Negombo, and which is near the airport. They then go up to the largest, biggest circle, which is the Cultural Triangle, where we have Sigiriya UNESCO site, Polonnaruwa, Anuradhapura UNESCO sites. Plus, we have lesser known places, Aukana and Minaria, and Wilpattu National Park is also close by. You then go down to Kandy. And Kandy is actually 1,500 feet above sea level, where we have the Temple of the Tooth Relic of the Lord Buddha. Further up to Norelia, which is the hills of Sri Lanka, the central hills, and very often down to Yala National Park, which is a very popular national park, and then along the southwest coast to stay at the hotel of your choice. So in pictures, Negombo is a fishing village. Colombo is a bustling city. Sigiriya is a fascinating rock that sticks 500 feet into the air, and it's where the story goes, the illegitimate son of the king killed his father, the king, and built a palace. Others believe it was a monastery first, and by visiting you can hear and revel and get into the debate of what the real history of this rock is. Dambulla caves are beautiful, and these wall paintings are all done by vegetable dye, over 1,000 years ago. Polonnaruwa and Anuradhapura are ancient cities which have advanced technology of irrigation and water management. Kandy, the Temple of the Tooth, higher up into the hills for the tea plantations and the waterfalls. And of course, the train ride is an amazing experience. And then on to some of the wildlife, but Natasha will be touching on this a little bit more with one of her properties that she works with. The Golf Fort is also a very important place to visit of historical significance, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, as is the beautiful beaches we have all along our coast. And wherever you go in Sri Lanka, you're sure to be excited by the different food. And there's a variety of food that you could be eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day for your entire stay and still not cover it all. This again is one of those slides that you can watch on the video and pause and look again, but it's important to understand the distances, because distances in miles are misleading, because some of the roads are very windy and so it takes longer to get through. So it's important to understand the distance that your customer is going to be driving through. We also have a lot of big developments happening in Sri Lanka. These range from the highways that we have along. So the black ones are already fully in place, and the dotted lines are new highways that are being developed. So soon it's going to be even easier to travel around Sri Lanka. If we look at the beaches, I roughly divide them into 3 zones. The west coast, which is up from Mannar all the way down to just below the airport and just above Colombo, the capital. And there's a lot to do in that area. You have bird sanctuaries, you have dolphin and whale watching, you have leopards at Wilpattu National Park and many other animals. And you have beautiful historical temples. St. Anne's Church also is a wonder to visit, as is some of these less known places like Tonigala, the second longest stone inscription in Sri Lanka. And then Kalpitiya Dutch Fort. So many things to do and see. Next, we have Colombo, and a lot of people tend to forget Colombo. Colombo is a bustling city. There's a beautiful museum. The Wolfendal Church, bottom right-hand side, is fascinating, from the 1700s. Try to get into one of the private clubs, the rowing club, the golf course, the golf club. The golf club has a train that runs through the golf course, which is fascinating. And then you have, of course, the center picture on the top, the checkerboard at the Golf Face Hotel for sundowners, which is almost an essential part of any visit to Sri Lanka. The dining options in Sri Lanka have increased tremendously. 2 very popular areas are Park Street Mews and the Dutch Hospital area, where you have several restaurants and you can walk around and you have bars and music. It really is a fascinating place. When you visit Sri Lanka, you must do some shopping. You might pick up some of the traditional spices, some of our tea, amazing gem and jewelry. We have a lot of beautiful health products, as well as a lot of clothing and home decor. And because of this whole hotels and the boutique hotels in particular that you're going to see over the next 3 weeks, you're going to learn about the new style setting and trending that Sri Lanka is creating. In shopping, we also have new malls. The one Golf Face has opened already. Cinnamon Life will be opening shortly. So there's again big malls and big shopping that is coming to Sri Lanka. And then the southwest coast is everything from Colombo all the way down to Ball. And there's lots of beautiful things to do, like turtle watching, like going into inland castles like Richmond Castle. There is Lunuganga, which is Jeffrey Bawa's home, a famous architect in Sri Lanka. There's Brief Garden and other beautiful gardens. There's close by waterfalls that you can reach in an hour. And Galle Fort has some great shopping and a great cafe culture. And then lastly, the themes, if we look at, before that, we look at south. And there's again some beautiful areas. Unawatuna is a fabulous calm beach area. Weligama is great for surfing. Tangol has some beautiful luxury properties. And of course, here you start getting closer to the wildlife parks of Yala, Bundala, and many others. And don't forget, when you're speaking to your tour operator to finalize your trip, and we have Nick here from Experience Travel who will share some of his thoughts also, there's a lot of little themes that you can weave into a traditional round tour, whether it's spa and health and learning about our local Ayurveda, whether it is making sure that you take in some of the smaller festivals and visit some of the small temples, whether it's making sure that you have an adventure once on a hot air balloon, once climbing a rock, once walking down a waterfall. There's lots of interesting things. Cuisine is amazing, as I mentioned before, and you can wrap that into any trip that you do. And of course, the famous planes, trains, and helicopter rides that you can do throughout. And don't forget the hills of Sri Lanka. The hills are really special and very, very scenic. And I just want to also reiterate the nature, because in a traditional tour of 10 or 12 days, you spend one day in Yala. And I want to really encourage you to spend more time with our wildlife, whether it's in Yala or visiting one of the others, because when you're in the Cultural Triangle, you have many national parks around you. When you're in Negombo on the west coast, you're not far from some of the bird sanctuaries and things. So make sure that you pack in a lot of wildlife. Sri Lanka has our Big Five. This concept was coined by Gehan de Silva Wijeratne of doing eco at the time. And what he invites you to do, and we invite you to do, is come and visit and see the sperm whale, the blue whale, our leopard, our elephant, and also the sloth bear. So those are our Big Five that you can do on any trip. So we invite you, and I'm putting Nick on the spot here. I'm sure he could easily create a tour to take in all of this. In terms of updates, I think the High Commissioner will probably touch on COVID, but so far we've managed it very well. All of our hotels have reopened in May 2020. So they've had several months. On the weekends, we're running 60–70% occupancy with Sri Lankans. So the hotels are being, we're practicing our government protocols. The government has very strict protocols in place, and we've been practicing them for months. So when we do reopen our borders, we're going to be ready to receive you. And just a reminder that anybody who follows all 3 of the live sessions like today, and we have 2 more next Wednesday and the Wednesday after that, you'll be able to enjoy, you'll be entered into a draw each time you attend to win dinner or lunch for 5 people, which will be delivered to your home. And that's courtesy of Rasai Ceylon. We plan to do some further quizzes and cooking classes for you. So if you're not watching this live, you're watching this as a recording, please make sure you email me so that I can add you to the database and let you know of the different events we do into the future. That is all for me on this presentation. Sarah, do we have the High Commissioner back yet? No.
Not yet.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight on to the presentation on W15 then. And let me just work with the technology. Sorry. Share screen, video here. And share. Good. Now I'm wearing a different hat. Hi, my name is Jean-Marc Flambert, and I am the consultant marketing and business development of this amazing collection of properties called W15. W15 was born with our first property, which is on the bottom right of the screen of 4 pictures, W15 Weligama. W15 stands for Weligama, and 15 is a postcode, the 15th milepost in Weligama, which is the location of our hotel. And we've now built 4 properties, but today I'm only going to talk to you about our newest property, Hantana Estate and Weligama 15. W15 Hantana Estate is in the hills of Sri Lanka, in the center, not far from Kandy, just 20 minutes from Kandy town, and elevated 3,000 feet above sea level. So it's double the height of Kandy town, offering some amazing views and in the middle of tea plantations. To continue, I'm going to share a short video to give you a feel for the property.
Being free. What does it really mean? Is it a state of mind? A state of being? Perhaps even both? It could mean a sense of calm, even tranquility, escaping trepidation, a yearning to seek something anew. It could imply easing your load, a thrill of a difference.
Sorry, Sarah, did you say the host has asked you to start your video?
Yeah,
Are you on
okay.
silent?
Yeah, no, it's okay. Just start your video again.
Start it from the beginning?
No, that's it. Continue playing.
Oh, sorry, it's got,
It's you that disappeared.
okay, sorry. Apologies, let's go there again. So you can see my screen. All right.
Some call it knowledge, others call it passion. It is said to be secretive, but also in plain sight, invigorating your mind, cleansing your soul. It can redefine who you are, or help understand what you are. As cold winds blow along emerald glades, you find yourself ascending to a new plane of realization. The answers you sought are now in reach. You are, I am, free.
I hope you enjoyed that little video. We're all about experiences, cuisine. We love our food. We are Tea Planters Bungalow, and we have some amazing views. And we have an interesting concept of luxury included. Let me tell you about this. When I joined the property in July, I spoke to the naturalist and I said, when did you join? He said, November. So I said, no, you don't understand my question. The property property over in June. We're now in July, and you joined in November. What were you doing for 7 months? He said, well, no, sir, you don't understand, because I've been spending time walking through the hills of Hantana. It's a huge area, and I've been exploring, and I've identified 13 of the 30 endemic birds in Sri Lanka, the 33 endemics. I've identified butterfly, dragonfly, and all these wonderful things. We even have leopard up in Hantana on the back of our property. They're very rarely seen, but scientists have discovered and reached these. So when you come and stay with us at W15, you have 10 experiences included. We have hiking tours, bird watching tours, walking, e-bike tours. We take you to a local temple to learn the precepts of meditation directly from a Buddhist monk. You can visit less known temples. We bring in a yoga experienced professional to teach you about yoga. And we even offer cooking classes because our chefs love to show off their cuisine. And then lastly, we have tea all around us, so we can take you on a tea experience and also to a tea museum and factory. So when you arrive to our property, we'll sit with you and we'll understand your fitness level, what you want to achieve. And we can do a 4-hour hike. We can do a 30-minute walk. It all depends on your fitness and how much you want to dwell. In fact, 2 weekends ago, when we went on a hike, we discovered, you won't believe this, but we discovered the location of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, just behind the property. And we're now working with Chandram to start creating tours there. So these are just all pictures of guests taking the tours and the walks and enjoying the beautiful views that you will too enjoy. For those who are less familiar with e-bikes, e-bikes are bicycles with a motor and a battery at the back, which give you a little bit of added power to make your cycling a little bit easier. And we have 2 vintage Defender Series Jeeps at your disposal. And these are used to take you on some of these tours, but it's also used to pick you up from the train station if you come up by train, or from the helipad, or even from from the seaplane transfer point, because a lot of people come up to the hills by seaplane. This is a short video that was done by a recent visitor. And as I mentioned, food, I apologize to anybody who hasn't had a big breakfast, but let me show you a little bit about our cuisine. Food is very important to us. And so we've created within the property spice gardens and vegetables that we grow in the property. And there's 3 reasons for this. 1, we want to give you the freshest food. Secondly, we want to make sure that we give extra employment to people of the local area, which is very important. And thirdly, because our chefs insist on only working with the best ingredients. High tea is also a very important part of our experience. Every day, we pull out a proper high tea with the cucumber sandwiches, with the little desserts, and of course, scones, clotted cream, and fresh strawberries from Sri Lanka. When you stay with us, your drinks are all included, whether it's champagne at breakfast time, whether it's brandy at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, anything you wish, fresh juices, is all included in the package. Our property took 2 years to renovate. It's an old tea planter's bungalow, which was renovated. And what took the longest time was the gardens. And you're going to see from some of these pictures how beautiful and landscaped our gardens are. The pool is very cool. And what I mean by this is that because we're 3,000 feet above sea level, it is a bit chilly. But after a long 3-4 hour hike, you'll love that refreshing feel that it gives you. We offer croquet and tennis. And we also have beautiful art right across the hotel. So just walking through the corridors, you'll be fascinated. Many guests, though, prefer to grab a book from our extensive library, and with that big, beautiful view of the mountains in the distance, they like to sit and relax. Others prefer to go outside and enjoy a bit of sunshine. Whatever your preference is, we will cater to that. We're very much about creating personalized experiences. You see that we have just 10 rooms, so that's our occupancy for 20 people. But there's a lot of space, and you'll always be able to go into a little corner and just get lost in this fabulous place. We really do emphasize that this property is close to Kandy, but it gives you the experience of the entire hills of Sri Lanka. So don't come to us for 2 days. Come for 3 or 4 days and get lost with us. Leave the car behind and just explore by foot and experience the interiors of Sri Lanka. Our restaurant has a wall missing, and no, this isn't because we ran out of money. It's because we wanted you to be able to enjoy the view at each meal. And we encourage you at least once when you're with us to get up at 5:45 in the morning to watch this spectacular sunrise while sipping a cup of Ceylon tea. We have 3 room categories. So the stable suites is our lead-in room, and those are located on the left building, an outside building with 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. In the main building, we have our deluxe suites. We have 5 of those, each with their own private sit-out. And for any of you listening in on the call today, naturally, if you come, we're going to reserve the main room for you, the executive suite. And this is the largest room in the house. It has a fantastic outside private sitting area to have your meals or just to relax, and a huge bathroom, to be honest, which is about the size of my house in London. And it has a bathtub, and it's just fantastic, his and her showers and all of that. We've just been shortlisted for the award, Condé Nast Johansson Award, for the best new or recently renovated hotel in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. And we're very excited about this. So it's a shameless plug to say, please vote for us. We're the only hotel in Sri Lanka in that category. So please vote for us. Just very quickly, I will touch on our sister property, Weligama. Very, very different. Let me let this video give you a little bit of an idea. So this property is located in a beautiful beach, which is a surfer's paradise called Weligama. And we are very much a beach club. So we have entertainment in the evening from 4:30 to 10, lots of activities. We focus on food, like at Hantana. Food is at the center of what we do. We love our food. And come evening, we turn into a party place. So this is very important that guests who come and stay with us like to be at the heart of the party, want to be enjoying interesting acts, such as the violin. But during the day, we're a quiet, tranquil setting with beautiful rooms, beautiful food, and so much to offer. So with this, I end my presentation. I say Ayubowan and Banakam once again. Thank you very much for listening in. And I think, am I correct, we're going to pass on to the High Commissioner?
Yes.
And let me stop sharing. Apologies. There we go.
Sorry for that break in connection. But fascinating in watching my own country presented really well through Jean-Marc's properties. But it's made me homesick. What I can say that we do is perhaps organize some programs and some prizes, Jean-Marc. I mean, this just came to me while watching your properties. I mean, watching your presentation. We could perhaps get together with some properties and have a circuit on offer for a prize. I mean, we could connect through some media channels, and I think that's something we need to explore for next year, hopefully. And in order to keep Sri Lanka in the minds of people, and cuisine is one. I think that's something we need to bring to the UK. We have some restaurants, and hopefully once the restrictions are eased up a little bit, we could do some promotions through the cuisine and keep Sri Lanka in the minds of people, because that's perhaps the only way people can travel right now. You travel through food. And I know we've spoken before that you've done some programs through the promotion of food, Sri Lankan cuisine. If we could get some of our top celebrity chefs together on one platform and start even a YouTube channel, I think that would be nice in these times, because people are homebound and watching the media, travel shows and food programs, and trying to connect through their living rooms and their kitchens is something we can do. So I think these are some of the thoughts that I wanted to add to this, and to keep everyone coming together from time to time. We need to connect from time to time in order that we discuss what the best practices are, we exchange ideas and try to come up with a good plan, a sustainable plan that once everyone's ready to travel again, that we travel safely, because that is the most important thing. We need to, as much as we all want to travel, we have to travel sustainably and safely so that we can continue to travel. So it should not be some a little one-time thing and then we all go back into lockdown. So it should not be that. It's a pandemic. It's a global situation, and we need to be able to deal with it collectively. So the cooperation, people need to understand. And something that is perhaps coming out of these current challenges is that travel, when we do travel, it will be all that more important. It will be all that more meaningful. We will take perhaps less often travel, but less frequent travel. But when we do travel, we will stay in a destination a little bit longer, try to discover that destination, spend less time with the actual travel and more time experiencing. So that's perhaps what you as the professionals involved in promoting travel should look at: longer term stay and less frequent, but longer term, more meaningful travel. So that's the way we can also travel sustainably. That would be less pollution and less air time and less difficulties getting to destinations. And once we are at a destination, we experience that fully, and that would perhaps be the one time that we travel in a year, or just the 2 times in a year, as opposed to the weekend travel that we used to undertake. So perhaps that's another way of looking at overcoming these challenges. So even if we have to go through multiple testing before we actually get to a destination, we stay there and we try to make the most of it. So those are some of the things that I would like to leave with you. And I wish all of you that you stay safe and continue to promote Sri Lanka. Ayubowan.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, High Commissioner.
Thank you very much. Okay, so what a beautiful presentation for Jean-Marc as well with the properties. We've had lots of comments within the chat. I think you've got us sold. We all want to go now. So now I would like to welcome over Natasha. So Natasha, the floor is yours. So please let us know about your property.
Thank you. Ibowan. Hi, I'm Natasha and I represent the Haritha collection. I hope everyone's keeping well and having a great week so far. I'm really excited to share our collection of unique properties, each of which are connected by sustainable practices, highly personalized service, and the true essence of Sri Lanka. The ethos of the Haritha collection is to tread lightly, which to us means to be able to coexist with our natural surroundings while minimizing our carbon footprint. As we've all been experiencing, climate change is real and it has a negative impact on every industry, including travel and tourism. To give you an idea of where we are, Sri Lanka is an island nation located at the southern tip of India, 8 degrees north of the equator. The yellow circle over here you see is our heritage home, Horathapola. It's a coconut estate located just 1 hour from the Bandaranaike International Airport. Our beach villa over here, the blue circle, is located at the southernmost point of Sri Lanka, just 2 hours from either Bandaranaike or Mattala International Airport. Further south, the green circle over here is our tented camp Kulu Safaris, located on the borders of Yala National Park. And lastly, the brown circle over here is Kudakalia, which is located south of Arugambe in the east coast. Each of our properties are located in destinations that offer ease of access to important sites, yet far from crowds. So firstly, I'll start talking about Horathapola Estate, which is a perfect introduction to Sri Lanka. It's a 60-acre coconut and rice plantation, about 1 hour's drive from the Bandaranaike International Airport. So it's like a perfect place to start or end an itinerary. It's closer to the airport, just 1 hour. So it's the perfect place to start or end the itinerary. And in a slow-paced heritage home setting. We have 7 unique, spacious and comfortable rooms located across the property, which can sleep 19 guests in total. The property is ideal for couples, families, small groups, and yoga retreats. Horathapola is all about a slow-paced experience of Sri Lanka. Breakfast on your private veranda under the shade of a frangipani tree, which is over 100 years old, or lounging by the pool, or just enjoying the sounds of nature on the estate. Some highlights of a stay at Horathapola include the amazing homegrown food. As you can see in this picture, our food is traditionally prepared in a slow cooking method using open fire and clay pots. Almost all our produce is grown on our estate. We cater to a range of special dietary requirements. So if your clients have any dietary restrictions, vegan, vegetarian, or simply gluten-free meals, they are all in good hands with us. We offer a host of activities which include in the stay. Some of the experiences you shouldn't miss while staying at Horathapola include bike rides, market visits, village walks, and temple visits. And of course, our saltwater swimming pool and the secret garden jacuzzi is perfect for some relaxation. Here I've listed the unique selling points for Horathapola Estate, and this is a 1-minute video just for you to get an idea of the operation. I hope you enjoyed the video. So next I'm going to talk about Three Sisters Beach House. Three Sisters is a 3-bedroom beachfront private villa, complete with a saltwater infinity pool and garden, which leads down to a secluded strip of beach. We're located in Mathara, which is just 2.5 hours drive from either Bandaranaike or Mattala International Airport. We're also located just 1 hour from Gulf Fort, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The villa is offered on exclusive basis and can accommodate up to 9 packs. Here are some images of the 3 bedrooms, a poolside, the courtyard room, and the loft, which is perfect for a family. We have indoor and outdoor dining, and the area is popular for all levels of surfers. The sea is generally safe for swimming, especially over the season from December to April each year. Being located at Sri Lanka's southernmost point, Three Sisters offers the perfect base to explore the best of South. Three Sisters is the perfect place to break your journey en route to Yala. Whale watching excursion in Mirissa is just a 40-minute drive. So within a short space of time, guests can experience the world's largest mammal on land and at sea. Again, I've listed the unique selling points for you to refer later on, and a quick video of Three Sisters. Moving on to Kudakalya. Kudakalya is a collection of 3 rustic beach houses, which are named Sayura, Gangadhara, and Elephant Point. We are located in a very unique location, 10 minutes south of the main hub of Arugambe, where a tributary of the Hadoya River flows out to the sea. As mentioned earlier, we have 3 beach houses, which Sayura, Gangadhara, and Elephant Point. Sayura sleeps 10 guests, Gangadhara 4, and Elephant Point sleeps up to 8 guests, and is ideal for families, yoga retreats, surf retreats, long stays, small groups, artists and writers, so on. Here are some images of Sayura Beach House, Gangadhara, and Elephant Point Beach House. So when planning your itineraries, Arugambe is a great destination for surf and nature, and can be combined with a stay in Yala, Alla in the tea country, or Pasikuda further along the east coast. Arugambe has many surf points, as you may know. We're located just a short walk from Elephant Point, and I just want to show on this video a quick video of our bay. So apart from the amazing surf that can be experienced here, there's also plenty of wildlife, which can be experienced in Kumara National Park, visits to archaeological sites or elephant watching and guided lagoon rides. So as you can see, the picture over here is a lagoon boat ride, archaeological sites. Yeah, and here I've listed the unique selling points for Kudakalya Beach House as well, which you can refer later on. And this is a quick video of the property. last but not least, I'm going to talk to you about Kulu safaris. Our campsite, Kulu Safaris. This is an aerial shot of our camp. As you can see, it's a vast forest that surrounds us, and we are blessed to share access to the amazing Kochipatana lakefront, which in season we take our guests kayaking. Our campsite was handpicked for its stunning natural beauty and close proximity to the least crowded entrance of Yala National Park, which is called the Katagamu entrance. Given the luxury of space we enjoy, there's so much to do within our campsite. We have incredible number of trees, migrant and endemic birds, and even some wildlife that ventures through camp. We have 6 tents in total with air conditioning, attached hot water showers, and private verandas. And it's perfect for wildlife enthusiasts, nature lovers, couples, families, incentive groups, wildlife and nature documentary crews, which I'll be talking a bit about later on. We offer dining experiences against several different backdrops at camp, like on a floating platform by the lake, on a treetop, barbecues, or even a packed picnic. What's great about our campsite is that you don't need to venture out on a game drive to experience wildlife. We have recorded plenty of migrant and endemic birds. We have field guides, and our naturalists will help you with sightings. As you can see in the picture over here, we invite clients on guided jungle walks, which provides a rare opportunity to learn interesting tips on the art of tracking, animal behavior, a unique perspective for birding, and it ends with stunning views. We also have seasonal kayaking and, of course, incredible safari jeep rides using our own fleet of Toyota Land Cruisers and experienced professional naturalists. For those of you who might get inquiries from professional wildlife filmmakers or production companies, we'd just like to mention that we had the privilege of providing logistic support to many film crews over the years. Our experience has gained us the trust of international wildlife conservationists, wildlife photographers like Steve Winter, and nature documentary directors like Mark Lingfield, Mike Burkhead. We had the privilege of working with organizations like BBC Wildlife and National Geographic as well. We filmed Disney Nature with Disney Nature for Monkey Kingdom, which was filmed in Sri Lanka over 800 days. So here are the unique selling points again, which you can refer later on, and a video of Kulu Safaris. That's it from me for today. Thank you very much for being here and listening to the presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all, please feel free and don't hesitate to reach out. Again, thank you and stay safe.
Thank you very much, Natasha. The presentation was fantastic. I just didn't realise there were so many animals, so much beautiful scenery. So it's been a pleasure to see your presentation. So thank you very, very much. Okay, Nick, are you available?
Can you stop screen, Natasha?
Yes, sorry. I'll do that.
I am available, yeah.
Brilliant.
Been lurking in the background.
Okay, so over to you, Nick. If you can identify yourself, tell us who you are, and I know you're just going to cover something very, very briefly, but please go ahead. The screen's yours.
Thank you. Hi, guys. Yeah, so I am Nick Clark. I'm the head of travel at Experience Travel Group. We're based in London. We're a tour operator that for those of you who don't know us, that specialise in tailor-made holidays to Asia. I was just asked to give a couple of answer a couple of questions, and the first of which is kind of why we love Sri Lanka, why I love Sri Lanka, and it's quite a difficult question, but I think the easiest answer is from a company perspective. It is, it is where we were founded. So we originated as an inbound Sri Lanka operator in 2004. Our founders have got a long history with Sri Lanka, and it will always be our home. It will always be where we are based. It will always be where our biggest kind of connection is. We have a huge amount of contacts, of networks, of friends, of partners out there, and yeah, it's a place that we find very, very special from a kind of a personal and a group kind of level, really. I think trying to put a finger on what it is that makes it magic, I think is very difficult. It is very much somewhere that everyone who comes back from a holiday to Sri Lanka, it grabs you. There's no people. You very, very rarely get people coming back from Sri Lanka going, "Nah, it was all right." It's they there's something that grabs you. You kind of that you just you can't quite put your finger on. I think my best way of describing it, I think, is there's you've got the amazing people, you've got amazing food, the variety is incredible, and you've kind of got an indication of that from the various presentations that we've seen today. The amount that you can pack into a 2-week holiday is just incredible, of a destination that size, to the extent that a lot of our job is to try and rein people back a little bit, as Jean-Marc says. If you're doing those tours that you're doing one night, you're just missing so much, and you're actually better off slowing down, missing some stuff out, and really focusing on certain areas and getting a bit more in depth. But I think the overriding thing for me is the immersive nature of it, and again, this is a key reason why you need to slow down. So it's not. It's as amazing as places like Sigiriya are, as Gulf Fort is, as the Leopards are, as all of these amazing sites are. It's actually the smaller encounters that you happen that make it magical. So we always ask our clients, what was your favorite part of the holiday, and it's never Sigiriya. It's something that happened to them personally, that only happened to them at that split moment in time. And whether that's driving down the road, and there is quite a lot of driving, which again is a reason why you slow it down, but there's always something happening. So you're driving along the road, and you're going through a village, and there's someone randomly selling something or doing something or throwing something around, and it's just your eyes are on tenterhooks that whole time. And if you're lucky, you might get an elephant that kind of wanders out and in front of you, and it's that magic that makes you feel like you're doing something that's not, you're not just going through the motions, you're not just doing what everyone else is doing. I think that immersive nature of it is what gives it its real kind of special element. And I think that's where we love working with you guys, with agents, to bring that to life, really. We love working with you guys. How you bring such knowledge of your clients with you, such great understanding of what they want. And that allows us to work with you guys to kind of utilize our knowledge, our experience, our signature experiences that we've developed, drivers that are exclusive to us that are we believe the best in country. Finding places, you've seen the hotels that are there, and they're amazing. Not had the chance to get to Hantana yet, but Haritha is one of my favorite places in the world, not just in Sri Lanka. Kulu Safaris is amazing. And then, you know, there's a whole load more out there. The boutique hotels are incredible. And if we can work with you guys to slow everything down and really tailor that holiday so that your clients, using the knowledge that you've got of your clients, we can give them that kind of dream holiday, that dream destination that they're looking for. And it's always a great pleasure to deliver that. So yeah, I think that's it from me for now, really.
Brilliant, thank you. That's it's interesting to see about the slowing it down and to take your time. And honestly, seeing the videos and seeing the experiences now, it's my perfect holiday. It's somewhere that I am absolutely desperate to get to. So we really appreciate you coming on and especially sharing your tips with us. So thank you.
There was one other point that I actually meant to make, and this isn't so much of me because I'm not I don't have a family, but I think I've seen a few comments on it on the chat, and it is the most amazing family destination you'll ever come across for kind of all of the reasons that I've described. And I have travelled with my nephews who were 8 and 6 at the time, and because of the variety, because of the immersiveness. So again, you know, people get worried about the long drives, but you know, the kids are in the drive and they see stuff that's happening. And so my 8-year-old nephew went to a tea factory and brought back a massive sack and some tea bags and various other stuff that he then presented as a show and tell to his school. And that ability to get the kids to switch off, get away from their iPads and you know, and you're not focusing. It's not just endless temples. It's not endless things that the same. You can just by being so immersive, they are so involved in the holiday, which then allows the parents to, you know, just to enjoy themselves and just you know, have a proper holiday rather than constantly kind of working out what they're doing with the kids. So I think that is a really, really important thing for it as a destination. Sorry.
No, thank you very, very much. Okay, I know we've had a couple of questions, but Jean-Marc has been answering them to you. If you do have any more questions, I'll send a follow-up email and then you can reach out to your hoteliers and your hosts today. So last but not least, we've got the prize draw to give away. So this is where we hear who's been listening. Okay, so Jean-Marc, do you want to start it off? But before you do, let me just advise everybody. So change to all panelists and attendees. It is fastest finger first, and the first correct answer will be the winner. So Jean-Marc, what's your prize and what's your question?
My prize is £40, and it's going to the person who can tell me what elevation does Hantana Estate, W15 Hantana Estate, what elevation? Let me ask the question. What elevation does Hantana Estate stand at? And I saw it right up. I think the first answer was in fact correct. It's going so crazy. I can't see the name. It's Lynn, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like Lynn has correctly said 3,000 feet is the elevation of Hantana Estate. Though Kandy is 1,500 feet above sea level, Hantana is 3,000, so it's 15 minutes from Kandy town, but you get the whole experience of Norelia and the hills. So well done, Lynn. And Sarah will get that sent across to you.
That'll be put onto your My Booking Rewards account. So the next prize we have is from Natasha. Natasha's also got a £40 reward. So Natasha, what's your question, please?
My question is, name the tented camping operation that is under the Haritha collection. Name the tented camping operation under the Haritha collection.
Okay, so the first person. So do you want it spelled? Do you need the full
I
word,
need
or is the first?
Yeah. Correct spellings will be required. Yeah.
Oh, you're tough. So, so would you accept Kulu, or has it got to be Kulu Safaris?
It has to be Kulu Safaris with an S.
With an S? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the first person.
I'm seeing Deepavali. I'm not sure if she is. Yeah, I think Deepavali has done it correctly.
Yeah, she's the first person.
Yeah, yeah.
So the correct answer is Kulu Safaris. And yeah, Deepavali, you're the winner. So that will be put onto your onboard.
Brilliant, Deepavali. Well done.
So that brings us to the end of this week's My Indian Ocean Rewards. Don't forget, you can log all of your bookings for the Indian Ocean, including all of the hosts that you've spoken to today, on the myindianoceanrewards.com. And don't forget, we've got next week as well, where Jean-Marc will be transporting you again back to Sri Lanka. So yeah, please do join us, and we'll see you all next week. And thank you to everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Ayubowan, thank you. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Natasha. And Sarah, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.